Has the next Bitcoin bull run just potentially been sparked by yesterday's announcement of unlimited QE? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and why right now many are speculating that this announcement of unlimited QE may truly be the spark to the next bull market. So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin first here, just observing the market from a macro perspective. Now, clearly, after our debacle of a dump all the way down to 3.8K, Bitcoin has certainly seen a nice reaction rally. Now, the important thing here, my friends, is that these types of rallies back up after a huge decline are very, very normal. And in fact, when you look for these rallies, and once you notice that it is potentially occurring, how you look for a potential target, at least in my opinion, is that you pull the Fibonacci extension and you look to where the natural golden pocket is, right? And for me, that is between the 0.618 and the 0.5 Fibonacci extension of the swing. Okay, keep in mind, my friends, the first rally up here for Bitcoin tapped the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension of this move to an absolute T. I mean, it's picture perfect, right? We saw it tap there, reject, and now we are looking for our second test up to that level right here, right now. Just when you look at this from a zoomed out perspective, clearly we are in a range here of a ton of macro historical price action. All sorts of supports and resistance flips all throughout this range. We've actually seen our local resistance built right there right now, and we have this 0.618 Fibonacci there as well. Right now, we haven't done anything in terms of a true macro bullish breakout, in my opinion. In fact, we are just right now only up to the point that you would expect a reaction rally to get up to before a potential failure, right? You see that. For me, that is about the top of the range here of where we would potentially expect the bulls to be able to push up to before the bears regain control and move back down to the downside. Let's get this crypto. But it's not so simple, my friends, because right now, what we have to understand is that this news with the QE is very, very real, okay? And what we can see right now is that this announcement has sparked huge speculation across the markets. Gold is up dramatically today. Silver is up dramatically. The S&P 500 has rebounded. The Dow has rebounded. The only thing right now that is seeing a negative response to this is the US dollar. And that's essentially, my friends, because the Fed has unleashed this program to print more capital, to buy more debt, and this should essentially inflate the US dollar, lowering the spending value of the current dollars in the ecosystem over time, and that is now pushing people out of the dollar and into more risky assets, right? Such as equities, gold, silver, and speculatively as well, Bitcoin. So, in a nutshell here, my friends, what we have to start thinking about is right now, is that absolutely groundbreaking announcement going to lead speculators back into very high risk assets? And if that is in fact the case, and there's going to be such a pour out of people from the dollar back into high risk assets, is Bitcoin going to be one of the assets to benefit from that? I certainly think it's possible, right? Now, I'm not saying that Bitcoin is a hedge against the monetary system or it's a store of value, Carbonaccio. I think that's all garbage, moon talk, right? These degenerates, you see, guys, I put little James in the corner there today, the little astronaut, right? I put him in the corner there. It's not Halloween today, but little James, it's Halloween for him every day of the year because he's in that astronaut suit all day long. Oh, Kirby, oh, we're going to the moon. So I put little James in the corner there. And I think it is justified, my friends, because the fact of the matter is here is that although we still are at this very potentially bearish rejection point here for Bitcoin, again, normal place to get rejected, in my opinion, if we do get through this range, I think that it's possible, my friends, that the risk on mentality across all the markets may be so strong due to the mindset that, the dollar is just going to get weaker. So why would I hold dollars when I can hold assets? If that mentality is going to be widespread across all markets, I personally don't see a reason why Bitcoin would then all of a sudden just continue extremely bearishly when everything else is performing exceptionally well. Right? You see what I'm saying? Let's get this crypto. So for me, if that sentiment is going to occur and we do continue to see not only U.S. equities, but global equities perform well here, gold and silver continuing to rise, if that continues and we continue to see this U.S. dollar index decline, I see no reason why Bitcoin couldn't, get a potential bullish spark from this, right? So now that we've got that out of the way, what am I looking for here in terms of breaking this resistance and actually getting bullish? Well, let's look at the chart a bit deeper now, okay? But ladies and gentlemen, if you are tuned in here right now, I really would appreciate a thumbs up on this video for the algorithm. It really helps the channel, and a comment. Anything. You can say, thank you, Kirby, wow, amazing, great, anything you want. It really helps the algorithm, and I so appreciate it. And if you're not already subscribed here, hit the subscribe button now, tick the little bell, and select all. I do analysis like this each and every day, and it is definitely in your best interest to subscribe and tick the bell and select all, because then you get the notifications exactly when I post, and you can consume these analyses in a timely fashion. Let's get this crypto. Okay, so now let's move along here to the chart. Now, I already explained that we've hit the fib. We are potentially looking to retest that local high now around 7,100. We are at the top of this red potential resistance range. If we look here at our RSI, still have plenty of room to go on the daily, right? Also here on the MACD histogram, we do see that we have just turned up into a potential bullish momentum as well. And my friends, I mean, with that news, I certainly see that if the other markets rally, this could look to get above there. But at the end of the day, let's keep looking at the other evidence in the chart that we have, right? We have right now, I mean, essentially it looks like by tomorrow or the day after that, we are going to potentially see a death cross here on the 50 and 200-day moving averages. Classic bearish, right? Very classic bearish. Keeping in mind that we also have that bearish confluence here, we could be building that bearish indicator there, right? Also, things to consider is that on the weekly time frame, my friends, we still right now are below that 50 moving average. If we turn on our 21 here, let's get that on there as well. The 21 week has been such an absolutely pinpoint accurate trend defining indicator here. We're trading full candle bodies above. We've been in a bull market. Below, we've been in a bear market time and time again. Of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but also mix that into the equation that we still are trading below there, right? And throughout these bear markets, we've seen Bitcoin rally tremendously and get back up to that moving average only to be rejected, right? There, that was over a 50% rip up to get rejected, right? Then the next one, again, 30% up to get rejected, right? We've seen it over and over again, my friends. So don't rule that out of the equation as well. And then we have a little bit of a hidden one here, okay, my friends? And if anybody else shows you this now, we already know, right? Everybody secretly watches the Don. We all know this because I post stuff and then, 3 hours later, somebody else posts it and goes, oh, look, guys, look what I found. Yeah, look what you found, little James. You mean, look what I saw on the video of Don Carbaraccio. Okay? So now, let's flip this over, 4-hour time frame on the line chart. Or actually, was it on the daily? I believe it's the daily. There we go. Okay? So let's look at this here. Daily line chart. I'm going to draw a trend line, tapping all of the highs that we're currently at right now, and all of the lows that we are at right now. My friends, what little pattern does this create here for us? What little pattern does Don Carbanaccio see right now? My friends, this is what is known as a rising wedge, a potentially bearish pattern that breaks to the downside more often than not if it loses that bottom line of upward trending support. This is a little hidden one, and I'm saying it's hidden because on the candlestick chart, all we have here is whipsaw nonsensical action. You guys know right now I've been sitting on the sidelines, planning, plotting, strategizing to crush this market and get this crypto. I've not been in a position right now. This chop has been too much. It's liquidating and stop loss hunting everybody in this range. Many traders have felt the wrath of this. I hope that you didn't, but I know many of you have, and this is why I'm personally not getting involved in there. But when we switch on the line chart and take all of that whipsaw, wicking nonsense out of it, we can see right here that this looks like a pretty clear-cut descending, or rather, a pretty clear-cut rising wedge that if it breaks down out of this support channel here, that we could potentially see lower price action. Mix this into the pot again, right? When you're looking for justification on a potentially high reward, low risk trade setup, first and foremost, you're looking for a confluence of indicators, right? So for me here, I have a potentially bearish pattern trading right now at the top of a potential resistance zone at that 0.618 golden Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci extension of the move. We see as well that we are almost ready for a potential death cross on the 50 and 200 day moving averages. We are still under the 21 week, etc., etc. So for me right now, my friends, the news isn't purely enough, right? The news isn't enough. And I actually pulled up this quote before on accident, but I think it's relevant, and I'm going to pull it up again for us here. This is one of my favorite quotes, okay? Quote, technical analysis tracks the past. It does not predict the future. You have to use your own intelligence to draw conclusions about what the past activity of some traders may say about the future activity of other traders. End quote. So many new traders think that technical analysis is some sort of sure thing, that if these candles look this way, then this must happen. If that pattern is formed, this must happen. I see it all the time, especially by Moonboy degenerates that come on here, right? Look, this one up here, remember this, ladies and gentlemen? It's an inverse head and shoulders, Kirby. We're going to the moon. Great. Your inverse head and shoulders that has no validity until it crosses this neckline up here, okay? So we're talking about these people screaming for an inverse head and shoulders when we are roughly 40% away from the neckline that would confirm the pattern breaking out. And they're 40% away from the neckline and screaming inverse head and shoulders like it means something, okay? This goes all across these markets, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm showing you right now is that for me, on this chart right now, it appears that we are at a zone where a rejection could potentially occur. And as I just showed you with that quote, that's based upon past action, right? And historic patterns, historic indicators such as that potential death cross and the other moving averages, right? For me, right now, we are at a spot where either we're going to see a rip through here to get all of the bearishness out and just completely follow the trend here with gold, silver, equities, etc. And if the dollar continues to depreciate on this index here. But if everything kind of settles down and goes back to normal and we're not basically just pumping off that news, The technicals here certainly show me that traders may speculate to the downside from here. Now, my analysis here is subject to change rapidly. I mean, these markets are moving right now, my friends, and right now I am currently strategizing to get in my next position right now. So if you want to see exactly where I'm going to enter, look to exit, take profit, where I'll set my stop loss, etc., I will be posting all of that exclusively for you in VIP. If you are not already in my VIP, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. But for me, I can't definitively say that I believe the bull market has started, although that's the talk of the town right now, my friends. Every moon boy and their brother screaming that the bull market is here because the US dollar could go through a very inflationary period. And I do think that it's possible, but I don't have evidence in the chart from a technical perspective yet to switch my bias to that. Until proven otherwise, this chart still looks like it could be bearish to me. And as I've stated, that can all change in the blink of an eye, right? In the snap of a finger. I had people posting yesterday when I did my stream, showing you guys this breaking news here and how this could potentially affect the market moving forward, that it could be bullish. I had little degenerates on here going, but Kirby, just a week ago, you were saying it could still be bearish, and now. And it's like, wow, you little clown, my friend. We basically just had some of the most groundbreaking news that we've seen in the financial markets in years. That could potentially change the trajectory not only of Bitcoin, but for all the markets across the globe. And now you're making like what I said a week ago has to be the same? Wow, you are destined for absolute failure if that's how you think in these markets. These markets are living, breathing environments, my friends. The news changes on a daily basis. The chart changes on a daily basis. Everything you know can change in the snap of a finger. Welcome to the trading markets. Welcome. If you don't understand that, this is not a place for you, my friend. These markets are full of uncertainty, full of changing parameters every second of every day. And as a trader, it's your job to actually grow and adapt with the ever-changing market environment, right? That is why you switch from bullish to bearish at times, right? I've shown you guys, right? I was bullish all throughout this run, my friends. Bullish, bullish, bullish. I was even bullish after this dump. When I became bearish, after the 20K top, was right here at this double top. And from that point forward, I switched to a bearish bias and crushed this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Bearish all the way through that capitulation, right? And all the moon boys, all the way, Kirby, you shorted all the way, got this crypto all the way. Then sure, I was still bearish over here, right, my friends? Still bearish. Because why? Look, we were trading still underneath this potential huge ceiling. Of course I was going to be bearish still, Stunad, right? So sure, my analysis was not correct in here because I was awaiting for this to break through the zone to get bullish. Once we broke through, bullish from right here all the way to the top at 14,000. Don Carbonaccio was longing all the way up there. Then, my friends, when I saw that we could be at a peak of buy pressure and that we were coming up, my friends, on another 0.618 Fibonacci extension target, just like where we're trading at now over here that I just showed you on this swing, we hit our 0.618 up here and sold off. And I said, listen, ladies and gentlemen, this could get ugly. This could be the top of the macro move. Everybody badgered me. Kirby, you just don't understand. You don't like Bitcoin. I just joined Bitcoin a month ago. I got 0.1 Bitcoins. No one cares, James. You want to cry? Go cry on some other Moon Boys channel. Stunad. Because then once it sold off, once we created a lower high, then another lower high again. It was Don Carbonaccio showing you guys that we could be in a bearish descending triangle. And guess who shorted that triangle, ladies and gentlemen? Deep down into the crypto abyss. It was the Don once again. And then when we retested back up here on this heinous, ludicrous pump, we got rejected. The Don said, listen up. We just got rejected at the old support, could become new resistance of the macro trend. Nobody wants to listen. We test up there again, form a double top, and capitulate down to 3.8K. And right now, in the house that Don Carbonaccio built, I've got all these moon boys, ladies and gentlemen, hooting and hollering on the rooftops. The bull market's here, Kirby. Don't you understand? We're so bullish. Really, James? We're so bullish? This trend just dropped. In a few weeks, we just dropped over 60%. That's a bull market to you? Wow. These people are drinking the hopium, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely sucking it down. So for me right now, this market is still a bear market until proven otherwise. And right now I see a ton of potential bearish confluence. Could that all be negated because of the absolutely heinous market news dropped upon us yesterday? Absolutely. It's time to stay cool, calm, and collected, and be ready to adapt to an ever-changing market environment. Right now, we are in very uncertain times, my friends, across the globe, not only financially, but in terms of health and safety as well. Keep your mind focused on what's important here, okay? Be willing to change as the environment changes. Take in the new news. Use it to the best of your ability and understand that everything here is subject to change at a more rapid rate than normal. Until proven otherwise, this still looks like it's a potentially bearish zone for me, albeit if we break through, it could get bullish. At that point in time, I would start to be looking more so for potential gap fill targets up around 85.40 and potentially 11,795. These are the gaps on the Bitcoin CME futures chart. It's too early for that, but I just wanted to put that on your radar as well. My friends, like I've stated, if this is all going way over your head, I'm going to show you exactly where I'm entering, exiting, trading, setting up my trades, all of it. I'm posting it all exclusively for you in VIP. If you're not already in my VIP, what are you waiting for? Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. I post it all, ladies and gentlemen. Entries, exits, targets, setups, all of it. Exclusively for you in VIP. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Okay? The Don is fired up here, my friends. That is going to wrap it up, though. If you could please leave a thumbs up. Again, it really helps the algorithm. And a comment, anything. You can even say, for the algorithm, Kirby. I really appreciate you all. I hope you appreciate me. Leave a thumbs up and a comment. And like I said, if you're new, click that subscribe button. Tick the little bell. And when you tick the bell, it's going to pull up options. Select all. That is going to give you the notification when I post each and every day. So click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all. I will see you all in the next one. And most importantly, I will see you in VIP right now as I look to strategize to potentially crush this market like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. And until next time, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.